And of course, even though I checked my camera, it's still off. Why would it do that? Why would you do that to me, camera? I checked you before I went live. What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy, Snowy Kurama. Just doing some live camera moving. Now it's too far this way. I'm never satisfied. Is that a Sean Bon Jovi in the chat? Holy shit. Holy shit. That's a once-in-a-generation spotting of Mr. Sean Bon Jovi. How are you doing, dude? It's been some time. It has been some time. Week 7. Nope. Week 6. Week 6 of the Clash and Cured Poison PDT Team Tour. LBL's taking on the DFL, the draft something for whatever. Duffel Creatures, that's what they are. Duffel Creatures League. We have Lego, one of our captains, against Zygarde 12. I don't know who they are in the team, but they're on the team. Okay, so Mega Chandelier is here. Doesn't look like there's a Mega on the other team for this matchup. Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. I try. Kind of. Alright. I mean, Meow Lead seems okay, right? Probably. Lego likes this rock, so he might even just go... Excuse me, he might go Lou. But into a Meow? I don't think so. I think we're leading Coco and, Coco Meow, maybe? Meow's Scarf. You're getting the bug again? Dude. I don't know if you saw, but we're doing an off-season in LBL with the new Megas. And, it's pretty much just the Pokemon Legends ZA Pokédex. So you should give that a little application between now and the 24th. So you got like a little less than 2 weeks to sign up for that. So yeah, absolutely do that, and then we'll have a main season at some point. Who knows? Hey, Lyrics, welcome. How are you doing, man? You seem to be popping up consecutively. At least twice. Twice so far. It's great to see him out. Or great to see you out. I can't speak. Coco and Meow. Alright, let's go. Bundle, actually. Bundle's also not a bad lead into Treads. Okay, I got both wrong. That's fine. Blissey is in. We flip turn on that thing. It is bulky with a helmet. Chip. Iron Leaves is now in. We see Rotom, of course. Leaves clicks Sword, and it does a sizable amount, at least a little bit. Coco comes in. Pain Split, not, well, almost at full for Rotom, so it wasn't bad for our opponent for sure. Treads, he gets the speed booster thanks to the E-Terrain. We have Nature's Madness just doing some more chip here. Tinglu is in. Shiny Tinglu. Caught on the Volt Switch. Very nice. Forcing into Hariyama. We have the rocks up now. Chandelier, just in case there's a fighting move coming out. Thunder Punch, actually. Doing some chip here. Ooh, Mega Chandelier. Love that PNG that we see here. Spadef drop's nice. You have a league now, Lyrics? Feel free to Plug that. You're spying on the server, Sean? Hell yeah, man. We would love to see you come out. Kizuhime, you're from PDT, aren't you? I think you are. Yeah, I saw your name on the docks today. Welcome, welcome. Earthquake Chandelier, yikes. Wait, 218. 306, are you a scarfed Hariyama? There's no way. Oh, I'm bugging. I paused halfway through the turn. I was like, how did this thing go first? That's not how that works. Iron Leaves is in. We're gonna see probably like a psychic move here. Yes, Psyblade. I think that's powered up in the terrain too, just like Hydro Steam from Walking Wake. Meow is now in. We see a switch out to Corv. Makes sense. You don't want to take a knockoff, really, or a U-turn. U-turn would have been probably Okoing. Oh, you took over CTHBL! Congratulations. I'm assuming we'll see a season at some point soon, then. That's dope. It's in good hands. It's in good hands. Rotom comes in. It is confirmed to be boots. I was about to say it's confirmed to be rocks. Like, no, it's not. Tinglu is in. Will-O-Wisp's here. This is Nat Dex, so this Rotom could have potentially set up some rock or defog. That's what I'm trying to say. Facade here after the burn. That's pretty good. Status Absorber Tinglu. Pain Splits here. Rotom gets all the way back up. That low HP stat is definitely working out for him. Big crit. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. Wow, you got all that back from Tinglu's just... I mean, it's got a big HP stat, Tinglu. Rotom's down. Who comes in next? Iron Treads to click that spin. Maybe even just Quake. Does not kill here. Are we going to see a Quake from Tinglu? Facade. I wonder if that does more. There's a chance that it does. I'm going to get my personal league started once Megas are official on Showdown. Oh, there you go, man. There you go. I mean, you can do Megas on Showdown. It's just the new ones don't have abilities yet. So people are either using like pet fan theory crafting abilities, or like what we're going to be doing for the off season is the first ability that their Pokemon naturally has is what the Mega will be set to. Oh, the return! The return of Sean Bond Pokemon. Possibly, allegedly. Allegedly. Never done this, so it'll be a while. Need to learn the dock, making tiers, etc. VG Steel still exists, though. Okay. Gotcha. I know a thing or two about documents, so if you need a hand, you can let me know. I'm currently helping Tylord's league with some doc stuff. Channel's doing pretty decent. Ever since I started streaming, I got more traction, and streaming's been really fun, so really like that. And some of the videos I've been making recently have been really fun to make too, and the style of it's been something I wanted to try for a bit and just never had the opportunity. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been really fun so far. You're waiting for the abilities, yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. It might. Hopefully, we can get them in Champions. That would be really nice if we could get them in Champions, which I think releases. It's not too far away. I know that much. Corv is in. I think it's this year. Let's see. Ice Spinner, crit, not doing anything because Corv is bulky. Volt Switch is here. Okay. I'm wondering if you're just I don't know how you get that bulk on there. which stats you invest in. But obviously defense and special defense, but like Corv took both of those pretty well. Alright, Blissy's in. Corv is switching on the helmet. Hopefully you got Roost on this thing, otherwise that's gonna kind of suck. Leaves is in, so is Treads. We're clicking Sacred Sword for the knockout. There we go. That was definitely a sack, though. The return of Meow. Tinglu sack. Makes sense. I mean, it did its job. It did some facade stuff, so that's really, really clean. Who comes in? Prim, maybe? There's Prim. We can go Coco here, or Iron Leaves works. Switching to Meow, expecting a grass move. We hit him with a Leaf Blade. That's not no damage. That is a chunk. Coco's in. Are we gonna see a knock? See a U-turn here. Into what, Blissey probably? I mean, you probably have to do Blissey. Yeah. Taunting here, that's good. No wishing, no protecting. No rocks either. Coco roosts up. Blissey click Shadow Ball. I don't... Oh, it's an at deck, so you definitely have Seismic Toss. I don't think there's a thing against it in this league either. Nature's Madness here into another Shadow Ball. We're probably just going to keep chipping away this Blissey. Taunting first makes sense. Into a Shadow Ball. Ooh, big crit. Gotta switch to Corv, that makes sense. What did you feed this thing is what Lego says in the chat there. Alright, Prim is now in. Roost. I would like to have the chat box in this somehow, but I don't want the battle to be too small. Then you're just looking at one corner of the screen. It's called Burns the Corv. Kind of unfortunate. Iron Leaves is in, but you know, Corv isn't really here to do damage. It's really here to just soak up hits. Blissey comes in, we see a Leaf Blade. That is enough. Figured it would be. Last little bit of Rocky Helmet damage off of a Life Orb. Now Meow is in, ready to click the U-turn. We see Coco coming in for the sack. And to boost up Bundle and the other guy. Iron Leaves with the terrain. We see the Bundle. Booster speed. Probably going to use, what, Freeze Dry, hopefully. There it is, just in case Prim comes in, and Prim takes it. I mean, he kind of has to. Wow. That is a Spadef Prim. And that is a critical Moonblast. I don't even know if that mattered. Maybe it did. Maybe it did. Bundle is not known to be very specially bulky. Sacred Sword takes down Prim. And now it's just Meow. Can we do it? Or are we sucker punching? Throat Chop here. I don't think you have the Sucker Punch. I think you just have the Throat Chop. Okay. Meow is stuck as a Dark type against Corv, who I don't think has U-turn. No, it does have U-turn. I'm dumb. Are you roosting here? Yeah, I think Corv might be able to just stall out this Meow. Throat Chop here. Oh, Body Press. Yeah, we're fine. We're perfectly fine. Throat Chop here. There's a cat underneath the table here. Body Press. Oko's. Yeah, from 10. The Meowscarada. And Lego wins our first match. That is 1-0 for LBL. Very nice start. How's Tyler doing these days? Dominating. Yep, he is dominating. He is doing a lot of drafting. I'm sure you know. He's in like 7,000 leagues. Most of them I've never heard of. He's also on the Team Tour team. We're going to get to his match like third or something, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, like I said earlier, he's got his own league. It's an invite-only deal, so... I think the other guy, he made it with... pretty much filled up all those slots, so. Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good. He's doing some good draft stuff too, for sure. Champions, I assume, gets dropped on Pokemon Day exactly a year, and makes sense. Also, did you see the Lego sets? I saw somebody putting together a Dragapult on Instagram, and I just assumed that somebody just made a Dragapult Lego set, you know, fan-made. And then I saw Joe Sarabi post like a Pikachu picture or something. So I know of them, but I didn't really look too much into it. Create a black box over the turns, overlay chat on top of that. I am talking about the... Oh, I understand. I understand. I could probably put the chat over like here-ish. You should be able to see my mouse. Like there. That's something good for next time, I think. And then that can just be... The only problem with that is if we got some idiots who just take the silly Pokemon game too seriously and they're just saying some wild shit in that chat, then that's still going to be there. Exaggerating 5 to 7 leagues at a time. I think that that might be light work for him, maybe. He's in this one. He's in the one that he made. I don't remember if he signed up for the offseason or not, but he was talking about a draft that he was doing in a different server that I was seeing. If he was Spadef invested, that's a low damage for him. Yeah. Big crit. For sure. Is my team always a perspective at the bottom? Yes. Yeah, they're the... We are seeing my team from like our battling point of view. Like if that's your opponent and this is you, then we're playing as you, if that makes sense, or we're watching it as you. All right, that is match 1. We are 1-0 against this league. That's really a really good start. We've got Holy Macaroni, the Silver Knights versus Inversify. I know this name. I know the name Inversify. I don't know if I've played against them or if I was just in the same league as them at one point. But this is one of the names, one of the like 3 to 5 names that I actually recognized from these other teams. I just don't exactly remember where it is that I've seen them. When I say there, LBL is that one. That one. And DFL, which is the opponent, is this one. I hope that makes more sense. 3 years though, Sean? Man. I don't think we met 3 years ago. I think it was more 2, maybe, almost. So I guess you guys must have been doing a little bit before then. How dare you have life lived before you met me? How dare you? Anyway, no Mega on Mac's team. We have Mega Frostlass possibly on Inversify's team. I don't think... I was gonna mention Nidoqueen for hazards, but I don't think I would leave Nidoqueen against this team. If I'm Mac, I might expect the Urshifu. I don't know if this is dark or water. Looking at the team, it's probably Dark. It wouldn't be a bad lead because the first two don't like it. If Mac decides to go Moltres, that would be pretty bad for them. Muck's also not bad, just to click knockoff on something. Hearthflame isn't a lead. I don't think Frostlass is necessarily a lead either. I don't know how Mega's played, really. I'm gonna say Urshifu and Muck. Urshifu and Muck, let's see it. Moltres, okay, that's a pretty good lead here. Into Frostlass, alright, I'm just gonna keep being wrong. I don't care, that's fine. Slowbro is in. Overheat, not doing too much here. Actually, that's a chunk off of a Slowbro. Never mind. Muck's in. Teleport, because this is Natdex. I never see that ever. As a Paldex player. Earthquake, big chunk. Black Sludge. If this thing was Sheer Force Life Orb, then there'd be no more Muck. Moltres is in. Stealth Rocking up. Hazards are up. We need to get in Treads to get rid of these things for sure. Hurricane. Chipping Slowbro back down. We missed another one. No! Alright, we're teleporting right back out into what, Florges maybe? Okay, actually, it is the Frostlass. Megas. One of the only new Megas to have a... What is that? A Sprite? Not a Sprite. That's not a Sprite. A model, I think. One of the only Megas, new Megas that I know that have a model. Florges is now in. That did a lot of damage, that Ice Beam, to Moltres, I think. Hurricane not doing too much to Florges. Thing is bulky, for sure. Regieleki is in. Moonblast. Wow! I mean, this Florges has, what? It's like base 112 special attack or something. So it's not nothing. Thunder Cage not doing anything to ground type makes sense. Spinning away the hazards. Didn't you set those up? Yeah. Poison Jab. Takes this thing out. Alright, we have the Prim is in. Florges comes in now. Are we foot turning? We're scalding. Are we burning? We're not burning. Okay. That'd have been kind of good. Nullifies the leftovers. Psychic Noise, which will nullify the leftovers. Okay. We're still doing that. No Synthesis either. It's a free turn. Moonblast takes out Florges. That's good. I don't like having Florges on the other team. It's always living forever. We have Ogerpon in. Hornleech. Rindoberry. Eats. We have a foot turn here into what? Is it the Moltres? There's Moltres. We're going to try to Air Slash. Hopefully... Okay, Roost, please. Roost, please. Hurricane instead. Okay. I guess that's good considering we hit... Oh, we hit a second one? Let's go. Hit yourself. Hit yourself. Damn it. That would have been crazy. Oh, we missed that. Do you not have Roost? I mean, maybe not. Could be choiced. Alright, teleporting out into Nidoqueen. I was wondering if it'd be Frostlass and just outspeed. There's a Shadow Sneak though, so that's not great. Moltres is in. There's rocks. We're hurricaning again, and we are just missing out. We are just missing out. Ooh, Flame Body. Very nice. This thing is... Black Sludge is gone? Oh, and we hit another Hurricane. Let's go. Let's go. Hurricane's here. How does he do it? How is Mac hitting all of his Hurricanes, dude? He missed, what, 2? And used 8 of them? 6 of them? That's crazy. Alright, we are... Okay, we're not Boots on Trapagos. And the Terra Shell is cracked, which is very unfortunate. Rock Polish is up. We should be faster than this. Ooh. Nice. Crit for sure mattered, for sure. But we are now boosted Terrapagos in. Terra Starstorm destroys the Urshifu. Because of course it will. Terra Starstorm into the Slowbro, almost taking it out. Click Scald here. Burns, yikes. Lots of statuses going off. Lots of hacks. Starstorm gets rid of the Slowbro, and now it is Hearthflame time. We're for sure outspeeding it. For sure. And then Starstorm should just do it. There we go. We are 2-0. Let's go. Great job to Holy Macaroni and his team here. I love boosted Terapagos. It's so good. So bulky. This is an interesting Moltres. I don't think it was Specs. Because if it was Specs, then you must have gotten like all the low rolls. Missing out on KOs left and right over here. Great work. We have Tylord, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Versus Cobra Poison. Sean, isn't this one of the most Tylord teams of all time? With his Archaludon, his Swampert, I completely blanked on the name. The Hatterene. The Pelipper. I know it's just rain, but like this is also one of the most Tylord teams you could ever see. It's just missing a Scizor and a Goodra. Let's see. We got a Val on the other team. Mega Scizor, yeah, that's what this is because I helped him mock for this one. Where's Scizor? Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. And Mega Swampert for sure. Okay. I know he's not Scarf Pelly this time. And this arc isn't the usual one that I've at least been running. Way back when. Lead. He could try Pelly to set up the rocks. He could go set up the rocks, set up the rain. My bad. Could go Hat to nuzzle something. That's probably what's gonna happen. I think Slowking Hat, because Slowking cannot Chilly Reception. Never mind. It also can't teleport. No, it can Chilly Reception. That's what Slowking does. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be Hat and Slowking. I could see Rotom leading too, but I think it's going to be Hat and Slowking. Let's see. Scizor instead. Okay, into Cinderace. Gotcha. I think he led Hat versus me. Rotom's now in. We see a Will-O-Wisp. Okay, you usually see a Rotom doing the Will-O-Wisping, but Cinderace has been more supportive this gen. Archaludon is in. We see a Will-O-Wisp miss. You hate to see it. I like seeing it because it's the other team missing, but I also missed my Will-O-Wisp in my most recent draft game, so it feels bad. Discharge, we are not getting the para on the Hatterene. Pretty good. Scizor's now in. We see a Nuzzle, and that is a paralyzed Scizor. Kinda sucks for them, but if you use Bullet Punch, which honestly I don't think you should be in this matchup, then at least you can move first there. See a U-turn. Not doing too much, so this Scizor must be really bulky. Slowking's in. We see a U-turn. Showing, try not to say a bad joke, challenge impossible. For Slowking. Yeah, challenge is impossible. And it's very chilly. Alright, Scizor is in. We see Swampert here too. Clicks a Mega. Just a flip turn, got it. Doing some deep, okay chip into the Scizor. Archaludon's in. I think he's Dragon Tailing this guy. Full para, we like that. We like that. Pelipper's back to set up the rain. Post combat. We take it. We could even Hurricane here. because of the lowered SPDEF. Miltank comes in instead. Hopefully we just click the U-turn. There it is, yep. Eject button, okay. So we get into Slowking, which makes sense. And now he's just gonna chill reception. U-turn here into what? Swampert. Alright, what comes in? Is it gonna be the Rotom? Yep. We're gonna try to Will-O-Wisp here. It's gonna be faster. Hat comes in. They can bounce back the Will-O-Wisp. Yep, there it is. It's already burnt, so that was avoided. Discharges here on the hat. No para. Shadow Ball. Rotom is eating that, but the more this thing is chipped down, the scarier Hatterene is. Slowking's in. Dazzling Gleam takes that well, because it's resisted, and that's a Slowking. Nuzzle here. We are paralyzing this thing too. Psychic. Very interesting. I did not get much sleep last night, so I'm out here just yawning and being tired. I guess our opponent thought that there would be a fear of like Sludge Bomb or something, so I guess it makes sense he stayed in, but Psychic was a choice. I guess to hit the Arc? I don't know. Val is in against the Swampert. Val can use Grass Knot if it wants to. I think I O-code his Swampert doing that. Uses Moonblast instead. Flip turning into Cinderace. Ready to click U-turn maybe? Sucker? No, Sucker would be bad. Dunk Shot? Acrobatics. Flying Gem Acrobatics. That is something. High jump into the Miltank will take it out. Very nice. No rocks on Tylord's feet. Shiny Zygarde is in. Will-O-Wisp's here. Do we see Glare? We see Coil instead. Got it. Zygarde's kind of nuts. U-turns here into the Pelipper. Oh god, getting up the rain. Alright, Coil's up again. +2, but is burned. 1,000 arrows. Pelipper takes it decently. Ice Beam from the Pelipper into the Yachi Zygarde. Okay. Switches out in a hat. 1,000 arrows. Doesn't take it as well as the other one. Pelipper. 1,000 arrows takes hat out, and we are going to be able to get in the Swampert for free. Colgate isn't real, he can't hurt you. Or is that what you call the Zygarde lyrics? Ice punching the Swampert, Rocky Helmet. Yikes. Sets up the rocks here, okay. It's decent. Rotom's not getting a ton back with that Pain Split. Ice punches here. Big damage. Pain Split, please. No? Okay. That's fine. We could do a 1-for-1 with the Rotom. Flip turns here. Looks like that's exactly what happens. So each side is getting in a fresh mon. We're probably going to see Slowking on the other side to get up the snow. And there's Pelipper for the rain. Makes sense. Yveltal's bacon. Nice. You gotta have a nickname for Xerneas then. Cinderace is in. Ooh. Paralyzed the Slowking. That is pure skill right there. Acrobatics. A big chunk to Slowking. Psychic takes it fairly well. This Cinderace is definitely bulky. U-turns on the Slowking into Arc. Overquill. I believe his Overquill is, yeah, the Swift Swim. Does Fellstinger do it here? Does Fellstinger do it here? Taunts, okay. I kind of hope Fellstinger can kill. Please, please use Fell Stinger. E-Speed doesn't take anything from that. Crunch, I don't think he has it. I don't think he has it. I ran Fell Stinger in LBL season 4? 3? Is 3. I ran Fell Stinger over Quill. I didn't get to use it though because I don't know, I think my opponent forfeited or something. We have Scizor and Overquill in. It's doing, the Overquill's doing a crap ton of damage. And the Scizor is getting parried left and right. That is so annoying. That is so annoying, and I'm glad it's not me. Overquill takes the Zygarde. We have Iron Val in. What's he gonna do with that? Moonblasting, likely? Yeah, there it is. Moonblast. We're probably going to see Overquill come back in to click the Gunk Shot. Cinderace instead. We're going to Acrobatics here, which will do a good amount into the Slowking either way. Acro into Val, it's definitely going to kill. There it is. Depending on what the Slowking is at HP-wise, we could Acrobatics that thing too. If we're not Acrobaticsing and killing here, we're just going to do it for some chip, which is good. Slacking off on the Slowking, so Tylord's probably just going to keep doing this with the Cinderace. Because there's no reason to be faster with the Swift Swim with the Overquill. Not at this point. Let's see, Acrobatics here. Para? No, okay, we're just gonna sit here. We're just gonna sit here and stall. That's okay. Slack off. You have 5 left or something? Yeah, 5 of them left. Acro's here. We're gonna see another Slack off or Psychic? Okay, yeah. That makes sense considering Slowking's decently healthy. Overquill's now in. We're gonna see a bunch of crunch action happening. Or just the once. LBL is 3-0. 3-0! 4 more matches to go. Great job, Tylord. You are doing the Rain Team stuff. Will-o-wisping the things that need it. Very, very good. Ice Beam for the Zygarde was was the right bring on Pelly, for sure. I wonder if he had the Weather Ball, because Snow Weather Ball into the Zygarde would have been pretty heat too. Expired Mozzarella, aka Table Guy, one of our former champions of LBL, versus Tesselacticor. That's a name. Quilliam does it again. Quilliam's a fun name. Oh, he's got the Wish Fish. Boo. 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 I hope you didn't get to sleep very well the night you did this battle. This thing's gross. A Meganium. Okay, is this Mega Meganium? Ruining Mega Latios. Probably Mega Meganium. The other team has Mega Chestnut, likely. Petron's pretty good here. Bulky stuff, that's what you would expect from Table Guide, just being bulky and annoying. Leads. Maybe Latios into like Flip Turn. Might have the T-Bolt for the Aloe. There's also Bronzong on the other team. I don't think he leads it though. I think Gliscor or Bolt is probably going to be leading the charge here. Meganium makes the most sense if so. Might have a Wish Fish, but did you know that Vaporeon also has a Wish? Yeah, but Vaporeon's not Alomomola. Alomomola is the most annoying thing on the planet. It's on site with Alamomola. I got personal beef. Maybe Petulant Raging Bolt. I'm gonna be wrong. I just don't know what else to say. Vaporeon, okay. Into Bronzong. I didn't think he'd lead Bronzong. We flip turn. Probably just to get up the rocks first. Meganium's in. Are we screens? What are we on Meganium? Rocks are up. Gliscor's in. Is this thing toxic? Knockoff. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Getting rid of an orb on Gliscor, that's like its whole thing. Torn is in. We have a Swords Dance Gliscor. Are you Double Dance? Are you Double Dance? Nasty Plot. Okay. And a Facade. Okay, you're this set then. Bolt comes in. What's Torn doing here? Bleakwind Storm and misses. Yikes. Bolt would have taken that real easy, but still sucks that there's no chip. Heatran's now in. Volt switch here. A big old chunk comes off of Heatran. Into Alamomola. Get up our rocks. Pretty good, pretty good. I don't think there's a way for the other guy to get rid of him unless Gliscor has Defog. No more Chople on the Heatran. That is good to know for the Chestnut. Baton Pass into the Raging Bolt. Who clicks a Volt Switch into Vaporeon, who takes it pretty well. This thing must be Spadef. Flip turn into the Meganium. There it is. Hello, dinosaur. Gliscor's in. Did we click knock? Mega Evolved. So Meganium's another new Mega with a model. Latios is in. Swords Dance up on with the Gliscor. Bronzong's in. I don't know if Latios, I mean, did you have Shadow Ball perhaps? Ice Beam. Freeze! Let's go! Hell yeah, let's go! Flip turning into who? Who's coming out here? Vaporeon? Are we clicking Wish? Vaporeon is Boots. Did not take damage from rocks. Raging Volt's in. Wish is up. Are we clicking Protect or are we switching out? We're going to Meganium. Volt switches. Meganium eats that pretty decently. Weavile's now in. Not something that Meganium really wants to be in against. It cannot be Yachi. Switches into Zong. Okay. On Meganium's Dazzling Gleam. Meganium can't be bulky enough to where Weavile doesn't seriously harm it. Knocks on the Gliscor, just doing some chip. Roosts on up, because this is NetDex, and it gets Roost. That Gleam is pretty decent in the Gliscor. It's not bad damage. But it's up to full now. Aloe is now in against Lottie, who flip turns. Okay. Torn is in. What do we need to do here? Miss a Bleak Wind. Mac took all of the luck for hitting inaccurate flying moves so that Table Guy couldn't even hit one Bleak Wind. That's crazy. Vaporeon is in. We're going to probably click the Wish. There's Wish from Aloe. Into the knock. No more boots on Vaporeon. That's going to be very unfortunate. This thing just cannot come in whenever the hell it wants anymore. Oh, we don't have a way to get rid of rocks either, do we? I mean, Torn could be Defog. Lottie could be Defog. So I guess it's possible. Alright, flip turning into Petulant. Getting ready to click the Malignant Chain somewhere. Raging Bolt. Are we going to try to Gliscor, get some Toxic Heal? Wait till they give Aloe an Evo next gen. Now look who's laughing. Aloe's always laughing at me, dude. That's why there's a vendetta here. Volt switches into the Gliscor. Latios is now in. Okay, we are Swordsing again into probably a Facade. Nope, switches out to Bronzong. Clicks Ice Beam, Bronzong takes that. We're just going to be switching all over the place. Definitely an odd Mystical Fire. Okay, does that free or break the freeze? It could have. I don't really know if it does, if Mystical Fire breaks freeze or not. Mystical Fire again. Bronzong is now even lower. Gyro Ball almost takes out Lottie. That's scary. Good lord. Flip turn, so now Torn has to get rid of these rocks or Lottie is dead. Dead on impact. Or on arrival. Not impact. Heatran takes the Gyro Ball pretty well. It's very low though. Lava Plume. Do we burn? We don't burn. Torn Therian is in. We're going to try to Bleak Wind again. Defogs the rocks. Okay, so we'll have to get those things back up. Baton passes out into probably Bolt. Out into Bronzong instead to get up said rocks. Gotcha. Heatran's in on some rocks. Are we going to click the Lava Plume? Yep, there it is. Burn, 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 burn. No burn. And Heatran goes down to an Earthquake. Burn would have been great there. Then we would have lived that. Petrunt's in, ready to click the Shadow Ball or something else. Nightshade, okay. Gotcha. Psychic Noise doing some damage here. Clearly not Spadef Petch. Weavile's in. Are we clicking the Parting Shot? Parting Shot's pretty good on the Weavile. Meganium's now in. We see Gliscor coming in. Are we going to Degleam, right? Synthesis instead. Okay. Gotcha. SD into the Degleam, doing some chip. Into the Roost, onto another Degleam. Yeah. Last move, what is that? Giga Drain, perhaps? Sod did nothing, even at +2. Meganium is bulky. Max heal. You know, it was last year you realized Wish gives you 50% of the Wisher's HP, not your own. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a certain Pokemon that uses Wish. It's definitely like Blissey or something, where you Wish with it, and you basically go back up to full, because Blissey's HP is like 700 or something. Crazy stuff. Dazzling Gleam into the Bronzong, not doing a ton. Knocking off the lefties, that's good. Gyro Ball, not doing too much because Meganium still isn't the fastest thing in the world. So I guess that's just what the Bronzong's going to be doing. I'd be going back and forth between Knockoff and Synthesis. Did you knock here? Synthesis. What's your item? Anything? Have something. We are getting whittled down. Toxic is good in the Alomomola for sure. I like using Toxic better than Malignant Chain because that is a guaranteed poison, whereas Malignant Chain is not. You have to hit. Alright, we hit ourselves in Confusion at the Alomomola. That's good. Nightshade for some chip. Baton passes out into Raging Bolt. Nightshade there. Bolt is in and scary. Petrunt takes that Volt Switch decently well. Weavile's in. We gotta get out of here. Go out into Meganium or something. Icicle Crash. Called that. Flinch though. Weavile knocks. Makes sense. And then Colbur saves it. Let's go. Now Weavile's confused. Hit yourself. Hit yourself so we can click recover. Table guy! You are getting all the luck, my friend. You are getting all of the luck. Let's do it. Petron's all the way up to full again. Nightshade's here. Can't tune in for this one. This is the one for my own sake. Alright, well, I'm glad that you you came in, Lego. I will say that I had to find like half of these replays myself instead of the them getting posted in our replay chat for me to just grab. I didn't think that boded very well, but so far Table Guy is doing pretty good. Raging Bolt is in. Bleakwind Storm not doing anything. That thing has a chance to confuse, doesn't it? Has a chance to do something. Volt Switch here. We are... It's turn 63 and only one Pokemon has died. Yeah, we're gonna go to normal, I think. Alright, +4. And a Parting Shot. Goes out into Torn. Hopefully Gliscor doesn't have anything crazy. Just switches to Aloe. Takes a Bleakwind. Maybe it is the speed lowering that it has. So I think in Arceus, it has a chance to Frostbite. Meganium's now in. We see a Volt Switch into Aloe. Very interesting that you switch a water type into a grass type. Did you not have a grass move for this thing? Song is in. U-turn. I was hoping that you had something to hit the Bronzong to kill it, but it's fine. Petrant Nightshade. Into some rocks. Not good. Gliscor's in. Will not be able to take a second Nightshade except for, you know, if it clicks Roost. Parting Shot into Hugh. Torn comes in. Alright, Bronzong, we hit U-turn. Into Petrant. Gliscor's in here. Nightshade. Man. We are going back and forth. We are going back and forth. Is this a Smogon Premier League OU battle? It's turn 78. And all we're doing is doing ship damage and not killing anything. This game definitely gets to turn 100 something. 100%. Alright, Earth Power into Bronzong. Something else dies. Something else dies. Volt Switch into Aloe, probably. There it is. Into Earth Power. Okay, so you do not have the Grass move. That means Aloe can switch into this pretty freely. Baton passes here into Gliscor. Roosting up here, we're going to click the fairy button, yeah. Aloe switch into D-Gleam. Earth Power here. Oh, no drop. No drop. Gliscor's here now into Chestnut. Knocking off. Can't knock off Megastone. Going out into Torn. I wonder why we didn't just D-Gleam here. Aloe's in now. Nasty Plot into, okay, Wish. Who's coming in? Bolt's coming in. U-turn here into Meganium. The Volt switches to Aloe, probably. Chestnut, actually, into a Knock. It's able to absorb it because of the Megastone. Aloe takes a Gleam. Not super well. Knocks off the boots on Aloe, finally. Alright, Bolt's in. We see a Volt switch into what? Chestnut? Aloe and Molda instead to get back some HP due to the Regenerator. Makes sense. Baton passing here into Bolts. We are approaching turn 100. We are approaching turn 100. Who thought this was all a good idea? Who greenlit these two teams to fight each other? Bolts in, we see a defog. Alright, you turning into Meganium. Into Volt Switch. Someone take these guys' pivot moves away, dude. Or just give them a 5 limit. Like a 5 switch out move limit. Latios is finally back in. Are we clicking the, what are we clicking? We're probably not clicking Ice Beam, are we? Flip turning. And Petra run, okay. Parting shot here. Meganium's in. Raging Bolt. Meganium still might be close to no moves, maybe. He's got a lot of knockoffs. Swords in here. Okay, plot. What's Torn do? Facade here. Yikes, big crit. Misses the Bleak Wind. No! Torn goes down. No! Latios is in. We see Aloe. We're going to see a flip turn. No, a Luster Purge instead for some chip. Lowering that SpDef stat too. It's pretty good. Mystical Fire on the Weavile switch. That is nicely done, dude. Nicely done. Raging Bolt's in. Meganium's now in. We're going back to slow. Because stuff's finally happening. Gliscor's in. I think we're back to stuff finally not happening again. I don't know if you guys hear the cat, but he is going crazy. He's going nuts. Aloe is in. Ice Beam. We're not going to see a freeze because it's already poisoned. Petron's in now. Baton Pass into Raging Bolt. Are we clicking Toxic on the switch? No, because it was at the end of the turn. You silly man. T-Bolt into the Petrarunt. Now progress. Yes, that's what we like to see. We like to see progress. Oh, he got the Toxic on the Gliscor for the what's it called? Poison Heal. Very unfortunate. Alright, Lottie is in. See Alamamola. Luster Purge doing some chip. There's no Weavile switching. I don't know if Aloe lives this or not. Might be worth to just do the chip. For that Lottie. Now what? Petron's gonna come in? Maybe. Yeah, Petron. I was thinking maybe Meganium could too. Gliscor is now in. See Parting Shot into the Meganium, likely. Vaporeon instead. Flip turning here. Petrarunt. Things aren't looking great. Parting Shot. Into the Vaporeon. Gliscor could just live forever now, which sucks. Chestnut. Into Flip turn. We're back to doing this again. We are back to doing this again. We're at normal speed. Holy. Parting Shots into Vaporeon. Alright. Petrarunt's now in. Gliscor, Parting Shot again. We're just gonna keep doing this. We're just gonna keep doing this. Come on, man. Click spikes. Yeah, we're gonna stop the switching, I guess. Wake me up when September ends. Wake me up too, dude. Wake me up inside. Can't wake up. Wake me up inside. Alright, Nightshade on the Gliscor. Swords Dance. Nightshade here. Gliscor could just roost. It really doesn't even need to do that. Ooh, big Earthquake. Almost gets the Petrarunt. Okay. Tape guy forfeits there. I mean, it's turned 133. It could have been a, either just not wanting to do this war of attrition anymore or realizing that there's 3 spikes, there's no way to get up the spikes, ways to heal are running thin, and even so, Bolt and Chestnut are very powerful. Gliscor's got the Swords Dance and the Toxic Orb, or the Toxic status for the healing. Yeah. I don't know if it really matters for points or not, but we are 3-1. Oh, Lyrics, September ended. Welcome back. Yeah, it just came abruptly to an end. Stish is up against Thwack in it. That is a name. I believe... Was it this game? Yeah, I think this game was supposed to be Ditto. But Ditto didn't show up. I don't remember why. I think it was a confusion between the time and Ditto was out during the match or something. So this team was crafted by Ty Lord in like 30 minutes or some crap. This is a second speed build into like impromptu speed build, and since he already played, Stish came in. And from what I remember when they were talking about building this team is very, very interesting. Very interesting. I cannot wait to watch this one on stream. He's supposed to have a hippo, but he didn't bring the hippo this time. Because it's Manuel's son on the sand team. Mega Drill into Mega Delphox. I think he leads Screamtail into... Not Boom. Screamtail in the Corv. Could even be Chansey, but I think it'll be Corv. Hydreigon. Screamtail, okay. I got one, and that's because I know that was the dedicated lead on this. Alright, we paralyzed, and they toxiced us back. We are all statused up. Chansey is in. Dazzling Gleam, not doing anything because it's a Chansey. Wishing up. We up thwacking it, and by it, I mean my Amoongus. Okay. Alright, man. Drill's in, ready to click the Spinaroo. We're teleporting out into Sneasler. He can CC if he so chooses. Goes out into Amoongus. Close combat here. Are we gonna get Effect Spore? Nah, we're probably Regenerator. Hydreigon is in. Spore. Does not work because of safety goggles, and you're paralyzed. So there's two fronts on that. Bro brought the VGC item because of Spore. Dazzling Gleam doing a chunk. Flamethrower almost taking out Screamtail. This poison probably will. It does. It does. Mandibuzz is in. If that last game did immense mental damage, let me have that one. Alright, man, you can have it. I didn't want it anyway. Air Slash into Para. Para flinching, let's go. Nasty plotting, too. I completely missed that it was nasty plot. So I decided to not pause the games anymore to read chat. Chansey's in. What's Mandibuzz doing? Air Slashing. Toxic damage is very unfortunate because the Mandibuzz can't just stick around forever anymore. Drill is in. Perfect opportunity to click the spin here. Never mind. Sneasler is in. Amoongus close combat. Alright, Hydreigon's now in. Giga Drain. There's no water brought for some reason, so Giga Drain isn't very useful here. We have a Roost into the Mandibuzz. Roost's here. What does the Hydreigon want to do about that? Nothing, I guess. Just doesn't do anything. Because of para. That's what we like to see. Roosting up. Flamethrowers. Alright, Rotom is now in. No boots on Rotom. Could be defog. We love seeing that full para on that Hydreigon for sure. Plots up. Okay. Toxic miss. Hydreigon is not having a good time today. Discharge, not doing a lot. Probably expecting a switch. Roar here. Into the Mandibuzz. Taking some damage from rocks. Yikes. Not great. Do you have Roost? Of course you do. You're a Mandibuzz. Flamethrower is here. Our chunk is missing. Roost again. We are risking a crit by just clicking the heal button, but it's what you gotta do to not lose the Mandibuzz. Air Slash again. Flinch. Yeah! Yeah! Air Slashes again, but missed. Sucks. Toxic in case of a switch to what? Roaring Moon? Can't really Toxic anything else. Unless there's a switch to Rotom. Mandibuzz is now down. The pair of flinches were fun to see. Moon is now in. Alright, we see Corv. D-Dance is up. What is it going to be doing to Corv here? Switching out. Probably because of a body press. Or an iron defense to do a body press. That is explosive stuff. Hydreigon's in. Overheat, not doing anything because of the dragon typing. Yikes. Alright, Amoonguss is now in. See a Roost. Healthy Hydreigon aside from the para. Flamethrower does a lot to Amoonguss here into foul play. Expecting a switch? Whatever, Flamethrower kills the Amoonguss here. We have Drill coming in. We can now click the spin button. Corv is in. There's the spin. Heart by Rocky Helmet. So this is Helmet, Corv, into the Rotom. Body press. What do we click here? Click something that hurts the Hydreigon, please. Nasty Plot, okay. I mean, we're gonna be doing some more damage with our moves, I guess. That's something. Discharge. It's not enough, though. Not enough for this Hydreigon. Discharge is here. Toxics. So now everybody on the team is on a timer. Well, not the Moon. And Drill can't. This Hydreigon's annoying, dude. People don't really prep for... People don't really prep for support Hydreigon like this, or stall. See Hydreigon, you think like Scarf or Plot with Draco, sub. You don't really think Toxic, Roost. Flamethrower not doing too much, but Toxic's definitely... He gets it there. Okay. Can Stish at least take one? Roaring Moon into the... Not Roaring Moon into the Corviknight. The, stupid Hydreigon into Corviknight. Fire Fang. Almost. Almost. Iron Defense. We're going to be able to take it out with the next Fire Fang. We got one. We got one. Let's go. We got one. That's what we like to see. Take that. Take that. Boom is in. Grassy Glide not taking out Roaring Moon. And do another Fire Fang. Burn? No burn. Grassy Glide will be able to take us out from here, though. And then Drill will be coming in, ready to click, I think it has X Scissor. Mega and then X Scissor. There it is. Misses out by just a little bit. Misses out just by a little bit. Sneasler gets the boost. Close combat kills the Drill. And that is all she wrote. Very unfortunate, but we all definitely appreciate Stitch for coming out and subbing in for Ditto. Last minute with a team that was cooked up last minute by the team, who also shout out to Ty Lord and Table Guy and Mac and everybody else who was working on this team. That was some real team effort there, but unfortunately it was not enough to take out the opponent, who was doing some crazy stuff with this Hydreigon. What can you do? We are now 3-2. We have 2 more games. If we win at least one, we will be coming out of this positive. We'll be coming out of this positive if we at least win one, which would be great. Iger, no Mega versus Shuriken, who will, it looks like Mega Drill. No way it's T-Tar, but this is their Sand team. Looks a hell of a lot like a Sand team you'd find on Gen 6, although there's a Galarian Weezing there. That could have been like a Ferrothorn or something. That's what the Fortress should be, for sure. It's missing a Water type, too. Okay. Leading... either T-Tar for the Sand, or Fortress could possibly lead Weezing too, because Weezing's going to be able to take whatever Meowscarada really wants to do. I don't remember I think it gets Send Headbutt or some Psychic move. Meow does, I think. So maybe we have that on deck. I'm thinking it's going to be Meow Weezing. Fortress. That was something else I was thinking of. And Fezandipity was not on my radar at all. I was thinking maybe if not Meow, it would have been Gliscor. Weezing's in. We click the Heat Wave. Doing some chip here. Missing the Heat Wave. Yikes. Overheat here. Alright, Heat Wave. Missed the overheat, which is good. Pain Split. Getting the HP back. T-Tar's in against Fez. Heat Wave miss. Yikes. I mean, I guess there would have been a chance of Toxic at least, but Heat Wave's not going to do anything to T-Tar. Alright, U-turning into the Quaquaval. Knockoff. Not great. No more boots for Quack. For Quackers. Torn is in. Random. Okay, no, I was going to say random triple axle. Meow is in against Torn. I don't know what the game plan here is. I mean, I guess we can U-turn. We need. Oh, could also just triple axle. Clicks knock here on the Weezing. No more helmet, which is very good. I don't know how Meow didn't... Are you pads or something? What a funny item you were holding, says Iger. Golden goes in. Pain Split. Weezing gets back up some HP. Gas wears off into Tangrowth. Nasty Plot's up into its face. Goda's Gold is going to pop this thing right in the face. Or make it rain. I kept the two confused. Everybody probably does that too. Crit! Big crit! Goodbye, Tangrowth. Goodbye, Tangrowth. Alright, Torn is now in. We see a Dark Pulse coming off of it. Golden Go lives. Make it rain. Blows up the Torn. That is our string cheese, man. That is our levitating string cheese man. The thumbnail, I see all 10 coaches. I assume it's not 10 games, but you allocate which coach is playing which game. Yep. I just have everybody on the thumbnail because you never know who's going to come. It is 7 games per week, so we have 3 that are on standby if we need to sub out. And that's pretty much how that works. So we're going to be going over, we go over 7 games. So this is game number 6. So we're getting close to the end here. But yes, we have 3 on the back just in case somebody can't show up or something happens. Yeah, that's how that works. Alright, Mega Drill versus Golden Go. Ironhead's here. Goodbye, Gold. Gold did some stuff and things, getting rid of a third of the team, so it did its job. Magnet Rise Drill. Into the Earthquake. That's tech. That is some tech. High Dragon comes in. Drill clicks Swords. Yikes. T-Tar is now in. Flamethrower not doing too much. It's a T-Tar in the sand. It's also a rock, so makes sense. Switches in the Fortress. High Dragon does what here? Earthquakes. Okay. We're gonna Quake again? I think we should. T-Tar comes in. Quakes again. There we go. Doing a bit more damage this time. T-Tar's still super bulky though. Quakes again. 4%. Yikes. And a T-Wave on High Dragon. That's gonna be very annoying. Are we just gonna Quake? Let's keep doing it. Weezing's now in. Fully parried. Very unfortunate. Some chip on Weezing would have been great. Fez comes in. Into Dazzling Gleam. Eats that for breakfast. Heat Wave on the Weezing. Burning instead of Toxic. Well, it can't be Toxic. What am I talking about? Burning is all it can do. Heat Wave here. We're gonna click that Pain Split. There it is. Not getting back a ton of HP, but 33 is definitely better than 19 for them. No more gas. We see T-Tar coming in. What does Fez do? We're gonna kill it. On the Roost. Very nice by our opponent. Because T-Tar might outspeed, might not. T-Wave into Gliscor. Pretty good. Pretty good switch. We're going to be able to click the Earthquake button here, or just go Fez. Fez is fine. Sure. Fortress is in. We threaten with the Heat Wave. We threaten with the Heat Wave. Roost's up. Interesting. Alright, we reflect with the Fortress. I don't think I knew this thing got screens. Heat Wave. The reflect is not going to help against that. Light Screen. Okay. I did not know that Fortress got screens. I don't think. U-turns here. Alright, Quaquaval's in. Volt switch into, what, Drill? Yep, there's Drill. Ready to click the Swords Dance. Earthquake instead. Okay. Goodbye to Quaquaval. High Dragon's now in. We see an Ironhead. Ooh, crit. Into a para. Yikes. Just in time for the Santa to run out. Screens are being run down another turn. Meow is now in to Flower Trick, probably. T-Star is here just to go down, which is fine. But I bet you Drill comes back. I bet you Drill comes back. This thing is insanely fast. Insanely fast in the sand. Because it's even faster than base Drill. It's like 335. That times 2 is, that's a number. Meow's gone. Fez is now in. We see a Gliscor switching. Earthquake, very good. Running the Sandstorm turns and the Screens turns down. Magnerize here, what's Gliscor doing? Clicks Dual Wing Beat, which I guess is at least a little bit of damage. Magnerize on Extra Drill's crazy. I think that's new. It's gotta be new. Dual Wing Beat here, misses the drill. Misses the drill. Iron Head, crazy big damage. Flinches, yikes. That's drill. That's what this thing does. Flinches down. It's real fast in the sand. That's just extra drill. That sucks. Fez is now in. It's going to go down to the... Okay, goes down to the Earthquake. I was expecting the Iron Head. Nice try here, Iger. Nice try here. Golden Go did some things and stuff, and I think you did some nice calling with the... What was it? Hydreigon against the T-Tar getting it, or calling the switch in. That's a mixed Hydreigon, too. Insane. Alright, we are now 3-3. We are 3-3. This doesn't bode well. We were doing so great, and now we're down to our last game. Venny's Canix versus Sacred Slash. Hopefully he can bail us out of this week. I'm very curious what abilities Game Freak actually decide for the new Megas and Champions. Will be new ones. I think there will definitely be some new ones. I also think that a lot of the fan-made abilities that ZAOU has, I think there's no way that some of those switch to that. Like, they're saying that Mega Electros gets Hadron Engine. Like, no, it's not. They also changed abilities on, like, Audino, and I think Ampharos as well. Terra Generator, and then there's something else. I don't know, whatever it is, it's silly. I'm also hoping that Starmie doesn't get Pure Power. Although that would be pretty nuts, and it would make sense, but... I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of the fake abilities. It will be interesting to see if there are new ones. I bet they're going to be broken as hell, too. No Mega Darkrai in this league, no Mega Salamence, so Venice is on here without a Mega. And this could be one of two. In Gren or Chomp. I don't think anybody has Mega Chomp, so it's going to be Gren here. Another Golden Go game. Big Arc has made an appearance. We love Big Arc. Last game of the stream. I don't know what we lead here. What do they even lead? Maybe Chomp? Chomp or Quill, I think. Could even be Cinderace to click Will-O-Wisp on something or click U-Turn. A lot of good leads over there. Maybe Rotom Quillfish. Let's see. Cinderace. Loved when Electros for a while had Hadron Engine plus and minus. They gave him 3 abilities? Or was that like a fake ability in one? That's nuts, dude. That is nuts. Why would anyone think that's okay? Salamence versus Cinderace. I was wrong. It's fine. U-turning here. Salamence taking a little bit of chip. Quillfish is in. Are we special? D-Dance. It doesn't mean we're not special. We could just be a special D-Dance. Clicks it twice. Haze. Ran into that in a recent battle, too. Also against my Dragon type. Shook a berry into the Earthquake. Gong Shot barely misses out. Not barely misses out, but does it quite a bit. Misses on the Valiant. That's what we like to see. Cinderace is in. What does Val do? Close combat. Thunderbolt. Okay, so we're special Val. Or we could just be mixed. Arcanine is in. Lowering some attack stat. into a U-turn. What are we bringing in here? Chomp, perhaps? Maybe Gren. There's the Gren. Mega Greninja, Upside Down Frog. Clicks U-turn. Into the Quillfish. It was when the pet mod first came out, so they gave him all three as a renamed ability. That's silly. What a silly place. ZAOU. What a silly, silly place. Bulldoze into the Quillfish. Alright, makes sense. Good coverage on Arc. Just lowering that speed. I was wondering why it was doing so little, and then I just saw that it's intimidated. Mandibuzz is in to take the Bulldoze. Nice switch. Alright, Rotom's in. Are we defog on this guy? Who's coming in? The Cinderace, looks like. Yep. Cinderace is now in. We see a U-turn here doing some yip to Rotom. That's crazy. Alright, we are screens Rotom here. Or just maybe even one screen. Dies on Spike Impact, probably. Darkrai's in now. Screens Golden Go. Okay. I think the last person I saw use Screens Golden Go was myself. So that's interesting. Darkrai uses the plot. Mandibuzz still takes it. I mean, it's 2 light screens, so it makes sense that it takes it pretty well. Alright, Cinderace is in. Looks a U-turn on the Darkrai. Woo. That is Libero. That is Libero. Alright, Chomp and Val. Intimidate here. We're bolting. No, we're not bolting. We're not freshly knockoff. A U-turn doing yes amounts of damage. Yeah, last time I saw that was when they let Galarian Darm in OU. Guy was doing like 50% to defensive Rotom Wash. It was disgusting. Chomp is subbed up. Missing the Willow due to the sub. Kind of sucks. Salamence is in. Intimidate does not go through the sub. It's pretty good. Behind a or the dance. Definitely scale shotting makes sense. This is not looking good for your heroes. This is not looking good for your heroes. The Z Fighter's on the back foot. Moonblast at least gets rid of the sub, but Chomp has something for this Val called Earthquake. Rotom dies on switching, I think. Subbing here. Aegis / Close Combat. Get rid of that sub. That's good. Do you want what? Jarm D. G-Darm. Do you want 1 shot or 2 shot? Pretty much. Alright, Quake kills the Arc. It's gonna kill the Aegis Slash, and then Rotom is gonna die. Very unfortunate. At least you can't sub anymore. So that's something. Oh! Levitate. Stupid. Gets a crit on that scale shot. Get out your calcs. That definitely mattered. Vennies would have won without that crit. Scale shot, excuse me. Well, like I said when Lego popped in, I kind of knew that this game was going to be, or this week was going to be not great when I was having to search for the matches instead of having them all sitting in the replay channel that we have in our team server. 4-3. 4-3. We did not win the week, but we did win some matches, which is great to see. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks to everybody who came out. If you would not mind clicking the like, definitely appreciate that. Hit the subscribe if you would like to as well. Not going to make you, but it would be really, really cool of you. And that's going to do it for this stream. On Thursday, we're going to have our ZA stream. And at some point, my week 1 for PWC is going to come out. I got somebody else making my thumbnails for that one, so I just got to wait for that thumbnail to come through, and then the video's up. Have yourselves a fantastic day.